Good morning. Happy Monday. So glad that you were able to join us today. I apologize for being a couple minutes late, but I was trying something new with YouTube and it it didn't work out. I thought I found something that was going to make things just a touch easier and no. So just created more confusion. So I'm sorry about that. I am slow to figure out software and yeah. So hi Deborah and Barbara and Sunflower, Charlotte and Ravenheart. Thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate you joining me today. Um, So just to remind those of you that may be interested, Mother has an online retreat coming up, and that is happening September 4th through is that right? Oh my gosh. No, that's not right. I'm so terrible with dates. You'd think I'd come here prepared. But no. Uh, 8th through the 11th, I think those are the dates. Oh my gosh. Anyway, it's coming up next month soon. And it is an online retreat, 4 days. And the focus will be reclaiming self. And I know that all of her retreats are so powerful. They are just life-changing. And if you are drawn to this one, I have done my best this year to keep the same price as last year and not give in to inflation, because I know a lot of people are struggling right now because of coming off of COVID and still just so many job struggles and the inflation happening. It's just a little bit of a mess out there right now. So my hope was to keep things priced the same as they were last year. So I hope that that makes it easier for some of you to be a part of the whole experience. It's such a great thing to dive into because you get to do it from the comfort of your own home, just like you're doing right now, wherever you are. You set up your little nest, your meditation nest, and your comfort nest, and you get to be a part of really something extraordinary. And it's one of the, like Mother talked about in one of her recent videos, her retreats are taking that step out of or deeper into your ordinary life so that you're open to the extraordinary, that gift, that's something extra that's being given to you during that time. Um, so if you're interested to learn more, just go to my website, belovedpublications.com, and you can scroll down and find the link, or you can click on events and see the link to the page where it goes into much more detail, and you can register there. So hope I get to see you there. I'm very excited about it. I think it's going to be awesome. Um, Thank you, Barbara. Yes, September 8th through the 11th. Oh my gosh. So glad you all are paying attention, because that's what really matters for sure. All right, so we have something new happening. Claudia, so glad you made it. And Amy and Cindy, so glad you're here. So we have something new happening over the next 8 or 9 weeks. And Mother's doing a series on the chakras. So today she's going to do a teaching on the chakras. And then each week, each Monday, she's going to dive pretty much right away into a meditation for each chakra, starting with the root and then moving all the way to the crown. And I believe she is going to include the Luna or moon chakra on the back of your neck. So, or not yours, but the back of our neck. I'm not exactly positive about that, but I do believe she's going to include that. So I encourage you all to get here maybe just a minute or so early, because I don't know that there's going to be a lot of stuff on the front end. I mean, it may just be me reminding everybody about the retreat, but that's going to be over while we're in this series. So, yeah, if you get here late, you may miss a chunk of the actual chakra meditation. So yes, just wanted to let you all know that. Very exciting. Or I should say I'm excited. All right, let's dive in. Hmm. Hmm. Hello, beloved ones. It is wonderful to be here with you today. Thank you for joining me and giving of your time, your presence, and your wonderful energy. Take a breath in this moment to feel our community. A community of individuals that when you come together creates strength, expansion, and a higher vibration of love and light. I want to remind you all that you are better together. And what I mean by the use of the word better is you are more balanced, you are stronger, you are more serene, you feel the presence of greater possibility, and you can access the courage inside of you to explore those possibilities and bring to manifestation those possibilities that are extensions of your heart's desires, your expression of soul gifts, your service that is a gateway to joy. And all that happens when you come together. Together you rise. Remind yourselves of that when you fall into isolation. And I don't mean your me time or your the time you need for yourself to recharge, to have your quiet time. I mean the isolation that can often feed depression and anxiety. So today I'm going to focus on your chakras. I'm going to do sort of basic overview and some details about each chakra, why they're important, and what you can do to help strengthen your chakras. Very simple, very basic, yet very effective and very powerful. So there is a lot of information out in the world about chakras. So it's doubtful that I'm going to say anything earth-shatteringly new. But the reason that I'm doing this series is because your chakras are going to play an important role in your own personal evolution from one age to the next, and how the shifting of the energies are already affecting you. Not just the planetary movements of the heavenly bodies, but the actual energies that are blossoming, that are growing, that are changing here on your planet, in the collective of humanity, in the relationship that humanity has with the planet and all the life that is a part of that planet. It's all changing. You are evolving. Because when you come down to it, you are animals, you are a species of animals that lives on this planet. And as the energetics of the planet evolve, you have to evolve with those energies. Not just to survive. This isn't so much just about basic survival, although that plays a part. It's more about the way in which you all interact with each other. There are a lot of you on the planet right now, today. And in order for you all to continue to grow in happiness and serenity and intimacy and satisfaction with your lives, you need to flow with the energetic changes And your chakras are going to play a very powerful role in that. I don't want to say pivotal, because not everything pivots on your willingness to focus on your chakras, because very few of you are here today and very few of you are going to watch these videos. So it would not be fair if everyone on the planet were not informed, hey, you have to work with your chakras, otherwise you won't evolve energetically. But I'm here today for those of you that are listening, that are watching, to let you know that if you focus on your chakras, doesn't have to be a lot. Think of it as like as often as you clean your home, when you give your house or your apartment a big clean, right? You want to think about your chakras in that same vein. That if you tend your chakras just like you tend your home or your garden or your car or your body, however you tend to your life, let this be one of the things that you tend to. Because it's going to make the energetic transition so much easier, more joyful, and more exciting. So that you are evolving not because you're being dragged along, but because you are running and skipping and jumping to be a part of this transformation. So think about your chakras as energy centers. And these energy centers, they are very primary ways in which you connect with yourself, with others, with the energies of nature and the planet, other people, animals, the environment, all these things that are around you. These centers are sort of where you plug in to certain aspects of life. They are centers that are designed to awaken you to the expanded version of what is. Your chakras help you to move beyond just your immediate 5 senses and enhance those senses and bring you into consciousness about bigger senses, higher senses, more, whatever word you want to use to describe it, elevated, deepening, right? It's the energies that pass through these centers and then are amplified for you. Now, if you don't focus on these energy centers, don't really care, don't have anything to do with them, they're still there, but sort of dull, closed off, maybe even cluttered. And that clutter can create some imbalance. It can sometimes skew the way you experience your life. And yes, others can open and balance your chakras for you, to give you an experience of that. But it is up to you to maintain it, right? So just like someone can build a house for you and you pay them to build your house, and then you move in and you don't do a single thing to it. You don't clean it, you don't maintain it, you don't repair it. And then, after 10, 20, 30, 40 years, it's just deteriorating, full of clutter and all kinds of things. And it dulls down one's life. When your closets are stuffed full of things, your attic, your basement, when it starts to spill out into the rooms of your house, you have stacks and piles of things everywhere. All of that weighs on you, and that clutter, to be surrounded by that clutter, has a very negative impact on your mental, emotional, physical, and energetic health. So think about your chakras in the same way. They are a part of you, an energetic part of you, that need to be tended to. Otherwise, they become dull and cluttered, closed down and imbalanced. And just like you can hire someone to come through your yard and clean it all up and get all the flower beds done, and someone can come in and clean your house and take out all the clutter. But if you don't tend to that, if you don't build on that, it will just all come back little by little. So these energy centers that serve as a kind of gateway to expanded sensation, expanded experiences. They have the ability to take you deeper into any one experience that you may bring to your life in any given moment. So as you go through this transition, your chakra, tending to your chakras, is going to help you navigate this evolutionary process that your whole planet is undergoing. The positive, the not so positive, it makes it easier to recognize your shadow and your light and how that's playing out in any given situation when your chakras are balanced and open and sort of radiating their power, right? They help you to discern the subtleties of energies, to help you make decisions. Whom do you enter into relationship with? And once you're in that relationship, how can you make the best choices on how to behave and how to care for them, how to ask for how you wish to be cared for, right? How to make decisions with that other person. It helps you to decide what kind of work is right for you? How can you take care of yourself physically and your family members? What is the best way for you to generate income? What is the natural and normal self-expression of your personal sexuality? Whether you are completely uninterested in sex as an asexual, or you are very much into exploring sex and all that that has to do for you, right? So your chakras help you to find where you are in your life and the best decisions to make to not only express yourself, but then as you are, interact with others in a way that supports you and ends up supporting others. Because if you are in situations and relationships that make you miserable, chances are that misery is translating itself to the people around you. But I will give you a disclaimer. When your chakras are open and balanced, particularly how I'm going to show you how to do them in the weeks ahead, we're going to meditate on each chakra for one Monday every week. When you are balancing them, opening them with love, using the power of love, it becomes very hard to lie to yourself. Because when your chakras are so open, they are giving you expanded insight, expanded sensation into the energetics of what's happening inside of you as you relate to the world around you. And it becomes harder and harder to discount what you are being told or what you are feeling. And this is a strength, to have heightened awareness that spills over into self-honesty, which then spills over into actions that are based on your needs, which then spills over into your relationships in a very positive way. So I'm encouraging you not to deny yourself the power of your energy centers. That this is not just something that is interesting to read about or maybe occasionally to do a meditation on, but these are energy centers that, when balanced, bring balance to your overall life. Now, I'm not going to make any kinds of wild claims. If you are suffering from cancer, it is doubtful that simply rebalancing your chakras each day are going to cure you of that cancer. So this is not a kind of cure-all for what ails you in this life, but it is, when put together with some of your other practices, it is an added strength, an infusion of strength, that over time, the more you do this, what you'll find is that everything starts to become clearer for you. This isn't so much about you figuring out other people's problems and the solution for them. This is about, in many ways, the quieting of the doubts. Because self-doubt or doubts about what you're perceiving out in the world often comes because you don't know how to access the clarity of your own senses. So, I encourage you to gather some information about each chakra. Don't get attached to that information, because I might throw a few different perspectives into the mix as usual, but I like to keep things very simple, as you all know. I am not coming through this body to present very complex systems, and if that is what works for you, then by all means pursue whatever works for you. There are some that feel there are chakras on the front of your body and then on the back of your body, and they're all very different, and then there's the ones above the body. I'm not going to get into any of that. I find that with human beings, that when systems become too complex, it is easy to depend too heavily on the mind and ignore the feeling body. And here's what's very interesting about the mind. If you spend enough time there, and if you hone the mind to a certain degree, you can intellectually discuss what you're feeling without actually feeling it. So if someone were to say to you, "How are you feeling right now?" you might be able to say, "Well, I feel sort of depressed," or "I feel okay," or "I feel that things are fine." But you're not actually feeling that in your moment. It's almost a reaction that takes place in the mind. Someone asked you a question, you are then, according to the mind, required to come up with an answer. And you may have spent enough time with yourself to know yourself pretty well. And again, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with intellectualizing your feelings, but it is a severe limitation. And when I say feelings, I'm not just referring to emotions. I'm referring to sensations. And as I've spoken before, because the question, how are you doing today? How are you feeling? or what's up, right? It's so common that the mind is programmed to react to those questions to simply provide an answer. When you enhance, open, balance, clear your chakras, it's going to take you into sensation more deeply. Not because now all of a sudden you're feeling more, but you start to become aware of what you're actually feeling in any given moment. And it will become harder to intellectualize those feelings. Meaning that if you choose to work and tend to your chakras on a consistent basis, your awareness is going to change. It is not going to be so focused in the mind all the time, but it will be more body-centered, or the whole body, and the other bodies, the energetic body, the physical body, mental, emotional, right? All of it together. When you are spending so much time in your head, when systems become so complicated and there's so much to remember, in the larger picture, you may be limiting yourself in such a way that it's hard to make good choices for yourself. That's all, beloved ones. I'm just offering you a way to be able to make good choices for yourself to a more extensive degree than maybe you do right this moment. Your mind is wonderful. It's truly an extraordinary thing. But it's not the only thing. So I like to keep things simple. And I'm going to focus on your seven main chakras, and then a plus one. So when I focus on the chakras, there's the root, the second, the hara, the solar plexus, the heart, throat, third eye, crown. Each of these energy centers, as we focus on them, I'm going to ask you to sort of imagine or think of them as back to front, side to side, so that we are not going to focus on energy centers on the front of the body or the back of the body. These primary energy centers are not pasted on the front of your body. They are inside you, right? They are not resting on your skin. They are inside of you. And yes, they are on your skin as well, because your skin is part of your body. But they are also embedded in your energetic body, which is inside of you, overlays you, is around you, right? So when you think about your root chakra, it fills your whole pelvis. And your second chakra fills your whole lower abdomen. Front to back, side to side, whole thing. We're going to keep this very, very simple. And again, if you choose to go much deeper into the complexity of other people's systems, fantastic, as long as you are bringing that complexity into your energetic feeling experience. If you can take it out of the purely intellectual and bring it into the sensation without the help of a healer or practitioner, fantastic. Do that. But for our purposes, we're going to keep it very simple, right? Each chakra is sort of governing a particular aspect of your energy. So in the coming weeks before each meditation, I'm going to just talk just a little bit about the chakra itself. And then we're going to spend the majority of the time in meditation. Very simple technique to clear it, to balance it, and to expand that particular energy center that we're focusing on that day. And this way you can go back and listen to the videos each time you want to tend to your chakras. And the reason I'm breaking them all up and doing longer meditations for each chakra is because with all the shiftings of the energies that are happening on the planet, each chakra is going to need a little extra time in being tended to. So just quick going through and a quick balance of all the chakras, 5-10 minutes altogether. If that's all you can spare, that's better, much, much better than nothing at all. But for those of you that are willing to take some extra time, maybe you only do one chakra each day. And you move through the chakras, tending to each one at a time, on a nice, slow, ongoing, consistent basis. Or maybe you only do one chakra once a week. It's Sunday, today is a chakra day. I'm going to do one of Mother's meditations. Last week was third chakra, so today is heart chakra, or whatever order you are at. And then you take 15-20 minutes to work with that chakra, to tend to that chakra. Even if you're just doing one chakra once a week, it's going to have a very strong, big, powerful impact on your day-to-day life. The energies that are blossoming on your planet, beloved ones, are going to stir you up. And not just you, everyone on the planet. So to give yourself more stability, as things are getting stirred up, might feel like a good idea to you. So that is what I'm going to be offering over the next few weeks. Again, it's going to be very simple, but as we meditate together, and these videos are recorded, I'm putting my grace into the meditation, as I do with all of these videos, all the meditations. So not only are you doing a particular practice, through that practice will flow my life force, my Shakti, my grace. So that it can make the whole thing easier, less complicated, more simple, and provide the highest level of results for you. So I hope that you will join with me in creating these videos together, because your energy, your presence, co-creating with mine, will help those who listen later. I love you, and I'm with you through every change, every shift, every transformation. Be kind to yourselves and to each other. Namaste. Ooh, well. Yes, Amy, I feel the same way. All of a sudden I'm like, oh, this feels like exciting. This is awesome. Yeah, Ricardo feeling the same way. Yes, yes, yes. You are so welcome, Tiffany. Thanks for being here. And Branislav, you are so welcome. Daniel, it's great to see you. Can I get clarity on location of Hara versus sacral? Oh, I know there is so much conflicting information, and I'll tell you, Daniel, she'll probably Mother will go over that, with each one. I personally am not a chakra aficionado, so I'm not, I'm not really sure I can answer that. But I do know in the past, when she has done these kinds of chakra focused meditation, that she will include the whole pelvis area in the root chakra, which would include the sacral area, right? So the way she does it, think about it from your like lower sacrum, right? So your sacrum's like that triangle, that inverted triangle, right? So the lower sacrum to your pubic bone. and everything that's contained in there, that bowl of your pelvis, but then your upper sacral area, like that's the inverted triangle. How did I just do that? So the top part, that's more like, that connects to your lumbar spine, that would be with the second chakra, or the hara, the emotional center. So if you were thinking of it from back to front, side to side, you look at your anatomy, and whatever is contained, front to back, side to side, where each chakra is located, then that's what she's going to be focusing on. Hope that helps. You're so welcome, Daniel. I know, I am too. You're welcome, Deborah. And Claudia and Leah. Yay, Barbara. Love you too. All right. I'm excited. So I will be back here next Monday, and we will be starting on the root chakra. I'll be sending out an email about it just as a reminder. I think today she wants me to send it out with maybe a little more information if she gives it to me. So that way you can put it on your calendar so you don't forget. And if you like this video and the other videos, please like and subscribe to our channel. And most importantly, I think, way more than likes and subscribes, although that does have an impact on people who are, coming to my channel or stumble over my videos. But my favorite part is when you share it with people you love, and your comments. I just so appreciate your comments. And sometimes it takes me a while to I do read them all, and sometimes it takes me a while to have the time to answer back and to comment in return. But I just wanted to say thank you for them, because it is my favorite part. I just love it. I really feel the community, and it just, I think it's awesome. So I appreciate your comments, and especially when you share like how the teaching that was in the video, how it impacted you, or how that relates to your life. I notice on there, and goodness knows I'm not that deep into YouTube, but I do notice that when people do that, then more people comment on their comment, and it sort of starts this wonderful little exchange that is, it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. So I appreciate you all being here, and have a fantastic rest of your day and week, and I'll see you back here on Monday. Mwah. Bye.